Okay. I thought about wearing another dress for you guys today, but then I thought, no, no thanks. I'm not going to wear a dress for you guys today. Um, I have a lot of downloads that I remembered. Let's see. A lot. So I'm like scrolling up. Okay. What was I going to say? I'm pretty tired. I did not sleep that well last night. So I would say that the codes are starting to kick in. I would say they're definitely kicking in because hearing the people swirl today had me freaking laughing to myself for like an hour. I was watching Kareen's White House press conference thing and the telepathic communication from the top. I couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing so hard. Um, so that was funny. Like I said, I slept for like 5 hours. And oh god, I'm so tired. I can't even think straight right now. That's kind of why I wanted to record because I'm tired. And you guys asked me to um, provide counsel to Liren, so I thought I would do that. That's not me. That's somebody channeling. So whatever. Um, I'm so tired. Okay. Okay. So last night, Tom came over. Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy came over as Venom. I think I've talked about Tom Hardy before on here and how he is actually Venom. My brother is also Venom. Obviously, it's a group of people. Um, we call it goo codes in my family. Uh, so I have goo codes as well. I'm pretty sure we have talked about them before. And so I was laying in bed and he came over and he like came at me as like Venom and he was like freaking out like, oh, another picture. He was freaking out and like kind of like falling towards me and he's like, it's coming, Liz. And then he like went into me with the goo and I like laid back and then I always kind of forget about goo codes like when they start. Like I always kind of forget like when they start to relax because with goo codes you're definitely going to go crazy and I just forgot about like I saw him come into me with the goo and I was like, okay, it's coming. And like I went to bed and then I instantly started going crazy because with goo codes, you start to go into everything. You start to go into furniture, you start to go into your house, you start to go into um, like all these different people, you start to go into everything. And so you start to like get all these different thoughts from all these different types of people that like you normally wouldn't mesh with because you only usually normally mesh with your inner circle, sort of. So I always forget that when the goo cart codes start happening, and I always let them disturb me. And I'm trying to like remember when I see Tom and when I see the goo coming at me to be like Tom because he's like more practiced and trained at it than I am because that's like his main character. And so he knows when it's coming, and he like warns himself, and he's always like this. He's always like, don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out. And I have to learn to be like that too, and not just be like, okay, go to bed, and then I start like going crazy because I'm going into all these different people, because that's what being Venom is like. And so that happened, and I started hearing like all these different like thoughts of these different types of people. I heard Jason Momoa saying, "Where's my wife? I can't find my wife. Somebody help me find my wife." And that was really weird and disturbing, because I'm like, Jason Momoa is telepathic AF. He knows exactly where I am. He knows I'm at my parents' house. And there's like no, like, I talk to Jason almost every single day, and there's no reason for him to be saying that. So, like, that was weird. And then I heard Aaron saying, "Alyssa, you're scaring me. We already live in the Moon Kingdom with you. I walked in yesterday and I pulled you out, and we live on the Moon Kingdom together. Why are you saying this to us? Like, like, why are you saying, I don't know what I was saying to him, but he was like, you're scaring me. You already live in the Moon Kingdom with us." And I was like, what are you talking about? I live in my parents' house. Like, what are you even talking about? I heard that. And then I heard Gigi said, "Alyssa, we walk in and out. It's part of our evolution." And then right after I heard that, I heard Gigi say, "Who said that?" So it's like that when you're going into goo. And and that's when it jolted me, because it was like Gigi being extremely arrogant. But I knew it wasn't Gigi, because it's not, I hope it's not Gigi, okay? I know it's not Gigi. Like, I knew it wasn't Gigi. And then I heard Gigi say, "Who was that?" after that, because she's hyper vigilant right now. And um and then I heard Gigi say, like, I intend to fill in from, she said, from 2026 to 2030. So I thought that was interesting too, because that means like 2027 has already moved up to 2026. And I saw Gigi fill in twice, like it freaked her out twice, so she asked a couple of times. And then I tried to calm Gigi down and say, I think it's a fake Gigi. I think I know exactly who the person is, but it probably still is a group of people. Obviously, it means that we're cleaning out people again, like we've been doing all freaking year, and we've been doing since 2017. And yeah, that's what I said to her. Um, and then they kept saying that, they kept like arguing with me, like, you heard what Gigi said, you heard what Gigi said. And I'm like, oh my God, like, they can't, like, it's like they continually try to like break up me and my like important people that are important to me, like people that I love. And they're constantly trying to like um pit me, is that the right word, pit me against people that I care about. And I have to like constantly like stand up for them, and I have to like constantly like go over their houses spiritually or whatever. Like I spent time with Gigi today, because like I want her to know that, like, I am trying to make her feel safe, and like this is normal. We've done this before. We know how to clean out people, and that's what we're doing. And it's like this constant like pitting my me against my best friends, pitting me against my siblings, like that kind of thing. And I'm just like, no, I know it wasn't you. We know how this works now. We know, like, we're cleaning people out. And like, just like keep going, and like sort of like let it just like wash through you, and like know that this is what happens when we start turning into goo, basically. um and they're like, Brad, okay. Oh, and another thing they said was, Alyssa is trapped on Earth, but we should not tell her. um which is obviously also another lie. um So it was just like a bunch of like people that like think that they have these spiritual gifts that are like that like they're better than me, or that they're God and I'm not God, or that they're more spiritually advanced than I am. And this has obviously happened to me before. What do you know? Oh my God, this is something I've gone through before. It's like people cannot stop lying to themselves. Like it is then that they're then what pull my power back. You know, like I don't know how many times when you get downloads, you're supposed to share them with me and bring them back to the princess. You're not supposed to brag about having spiritual gifts and like shove them in the princess's face and be like, look, I'm so much better than you. And this has happened to me before, and I have pulled back those spiritual abilities back before. And it's just like you can't do it without honoring the one molecule, which is me, which is why it's so ridiculous. They get like power hungry when they start to like have these spiritual gifts. It's happened a few times with a few different superheroes, we'll say, um, in the past, where they think they're the superhero. They don't share their downloads with me, and I just pull it all back. And I am very used to it by now. They just said you think she'd be used to it right now. There's like a lot of like arguing and fighting right now and like swirling, and again we are used to it. Um, and it's also like a sign of like a next batch of space codes, and they're just see it's like all these like it's like all these like insecurities and doubts, and like it's like really insecure. It's like a really insecure woman soundtrack is what it is, basically. Like someone who cares about like perfect hair and perfect skin and perfect teeth, and like why do you have a gap between your teeth, which I got like all like for the last like 2 or 3 years, like, oh, you got such messed up teeth, whatever. I'm like, I'm not getting braces because of some stupid person on the internet bullying me, like, like um, but it's like all that rhetoric, like, oh, the old rhetoric, like, oh, she's older than us, she's an older millennial or whatever, like, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. But it's like that whole, like, I'm a person and you will respect me because I have human rights, okay? Okay, you will respect me because I am equal to you, okay? And I have human rights, okay? And you will respect me, okay? Okay? Because we are equals here, okay? It's that whole rhetoric that's going on right now. Um, and yeah, it's just like that whole insecure. It's like very, very insecure. And like we are equal humans here, Alyssa. Okay, fine. We all have higher selves. We all have alien higher selves. Okay, fine. We know exactly what you're talking about. But like we believe in equality. And we want you to be like a little bit more quiet and a little less demanding, even if you are God, okay? Okay? Okay, can we work on your attitude, please, Alyssa? Okay. It's like that. Like all of that is like swirling in the goo right now. And they're literally going nuts, and it's kind of hilarious. Um, I am eating Brandon clones. I think I already said that. I'm going through like that whole like um because at the beginning of the year I planted a seed that like you're all my husband Brandon Lee, now act like it. And of course I thought that humanity would be a little bit would handle that phrase a little bit more smarter, because you guys were kind of smarter last year. This year you like, I don't know, your IQ like plummeted. So I thought you would be able to handle that sentence. But apparently, a lot of you actually think you're Brandon Lee. And apparently, a lot of you think your girlfriend is actually the princess. And so, like, you're listening in to Brandon and me's protocol, and you're taking it personally into your own mortal relationships. And, like, I'm jumping in to different women's bodies again because I'm not um, construed to planet Earth. I'm construed, I don't even know if that's the right word, but I'm not. stuck to planet Earth, my energy goes to where it needs to go. And so I jump into these bodies of these girls who are taking over this rhetoric very seriously, even though they're not a holy princess whatsoever. They're just literally like a little mortal, just like this. I'll show it to you again. Like, my husband's Brandon Lee. And like you wouldn't believe like the stuff he goes through with me. Like he takes it through with me step by step to make sure that like I'm the most supported, loved, prettiest princess in the whole entire world. Like you wouldn't believe the steps he takes with me step by step. Like it's so crazy. Like I can't even I can't even get into like I can't even get into the semantics. I can't even get into like the step by step procedure, but it's like really, really intimate and it's like really, really detailed. And like, do you really, I think, like, I don't know. Like, cause that's how people talk on like podcasts. Like when they're being interviewed and stuff, they like don't say, like, they'll say that, those exact words. And it's like, you didn't even say anything. You literally didn't even say anything. And it's like 400,000 views. And it's like, what are you viewing them for? And they all say the same exact freaking thing. We're going into the shift. Things are going to shift during the shift because they're shifting. And I've really felt the shift lately because I'm really shifting and it's very shifting. It's shifting, 3D, 5D shift. You're in the 5D shift. I can tell you're in the 5D shift because it's shifting, man. And it's like 400,000 views. Like, I needed this message right now. This is my message. I needed this because I have been feeling the shift. And it's like, they're like, mind blown. Mind blown. I've been having so much anxiety because you read my mind, bro. You're like, okay, I don't know. The intellect is like gone from social media. Like, it's like they have podcasts and then they have like, they make money off this podcast because they have like 400,000 views or something. It's like the 400,000 people are like in on it to support the stupid people that have the podcast to give them money so they don't feel stupid or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, um, so anyway, we're eating those fake couples. Brandon and I are eating those fake couples. So it's like a Brandon clone and an Alyssa clone. So in the dream, I see Brandon, he sees me, obviously. And that's like how we eat these fake people that are like trying to take our roles. Like, how many times I have to say, don't take our roles, you know? Um, so the same thing happened with telepathy. A person in my life got telepathy before I did. We probably actually started to get it at the same time and just didn't talk about it. I talked about it with my friend, the girlfriend of mine. Um, if he did have it before me, he definitely didn't tell me. Um, but he was like bragging to people that he was telepathic and like, but he's like, she's just so powerful, she has all this power and I don't know like how she has this power. And one of his friends telepathically to him was like, but is she telepathic? And he was like, no. And she's like, well, there you go, she's not as smart as you then. And I sucked all that power back. I mean, I'm Jean Grey, who are you talking to? um and it's happened a few other times with a few other mutants that think that they have superpower and don't give me any credit. You have got to give God credit. You have got to give Alyssa credit if you want to keep your superpowers. I don't even have to say this because the smart people know that, but mm, I don't want to talk about that one. Brandon's true form is a sparkly reptilian. I don't know if I talked about that or not, but that's, I mean, what is his true form? But to me, that's his true form, and that's really all that matters. Um, Sparkly would be Palladian. I just call it Sparkly. It's like sparkly reptilian with like some scales, and he kind of looks human, but he's like sparkly. And that's also my true form. Voltron is a true story, so you might want to watch Voltron. If you see a guy with white hair that has this face, it's me. It's not Brandon Lee. We have the same face. So, um, okay, so Ryan Reynolds was in my room last night and he was like, "Are you thinking of going home?" Because half of us are like, "We're already your walk ins," like I just said with those downloads. And the other half is like, "Let's eat." So we can see where this is going. With the Jason Momoa comment, I guess some people thought I was lying about living at home. So again, those are like fake people. So it's like a fake Jason Momoa that's like looking for his wife. If your name is not Jason Momoa, I am not married to you. It's really that simple. Even if you look like his identical twin, I'm not married to you, okay? They're famous for a reason. I make them famous because I am God. Um, the moon people, the moon kingdom is also a fake kingdom of also fake people. It's the halls of Amenti, the gates of Amenti. And um, again, if you're given downloads, you don't use them for your own power. Your job is to give those downloads back to the princess as soon as you get it. That is the protocol for a download. It's not to cat and mouse me. It's not to one up me. It's not to brag. It's literally your intention should be to give me back my download as soon as you receive it. That is the protocol. So the Gates of Amenti, the whole entire game has already been set up a long time ago. It's a 250 million year old game. So, you're not getting anything over on me by using the Gates of Amenti, the Halls of Amenti, and traveling. Okay. Anthony Blinken says that he has seen me flying in 3D reality, which sounds like a partial download, and I would appreciate it if he gave me that full download. He says that, like, I've been caught on government cameras. I've been caught on government cameras flying, and they're just told when they see me flying in 3D just to ignore me. And um, and to let Voltaire, we're calling him Voltaire right now, to let Voltaire come and pick me up, which is my father, and just to like handle it that way. And I feel like that is like a partial download because like look, I can't fly right now. Okay? I know I can fly in 3D, but like I can't fly right now. So I feel like that's a partial download and I'm like missing another download. Also, um, Public Storage said that they know how to time travel back. Brandon has said to me he knows how to travel back in time. Of course, Brandon Lee knows how to travel back and forward in time. Obviously, I trust my husband, but if he gave it to you, I already said your job is to give it back to me. That's your job. Um, Then Krista said, watch them say sleep isn't real. You just go into a parallel reality when you close your eyes and you're still awake, or something to make us go crazy because they think we're going crazy. Because last night the the voices were crazy because the goo voices the goo voices were crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised if they said something like that to us just to like make us more. It's like another partial download. Like stop giving us partial downloads. Like give us the whole freaking download. It's like a cat and mouse show, and that's what's going to cause the entire. Um, okay, I dry heaved this morning. They want me to say, and I got kind of sick today, so That's another indication that it's coming. But if they keep doing this cat and mouse show with us, the world will literally bust open from the middle, like in Eternals, and another god will form. And I did sort of talk about that. And that's my download that I'm giving back to you, world. Look how that works. Wow. That's amazing. Um, so more World War III codes. I was standing in my room with two shadow men, one shadow man and one shadow man, like a hat man, like a men in black man on each side of me. And I feel comforted when that kind of stuff happens. I don't give a crap if it makes you crap your pants. I've said that multiple times. I don't care if it gives you a shiver up your spine. Do you think I care? No, I don't. Okay? And they were like, two dads, same dad that loves you. And that was during the World War III downloads. Energy transfer. Is that what they call it? Energy transference. Hayden walked across the TV, semi-translucent, and then they were like, "Go touch him." So I went like this to like his energy body, and saw sparkles come off of him. They said, "That's your energy transference. Trust it." And then he looked like he was getting ready for Last of Us. There was a few bad entities in that experience that tried to walk across my TV that were not allowed to walk across my TV, and they immediately went into centrifugal force when they walked across my TV because it's illegal unless you know whether it's legal or not, and I'll leave it at that. I already talked about Brandon and I eating the fake duplicates. Just more info on that. And then there's like girls commenting, "Oh my god, she leaves so much out," and like crying, and it's like, am I posting these for you then? If that's your response, probably not, okay? I got adrenochrome again today. It's another indication it's coming. The fake moon people, the fake moon colony. We had to destroy that last night, obviously, because they're illegal, because they're not supposed to be there, and so that started to drain. So that started to make my heart race, and that started to drain spinal fluid, and it like kind of makes like it made my legs feel very cold, and that's like normal for me because of my crystalline structure, and so that decreased my spinal fluid, so that they had to give me more spinal fluid back because of the fake moon tribe. So you do affect my energy in a very negative way when you do stuff like that. But it's always taken care of. So, so we're trapping the fake Illuminati that keeps saying money is fake as they own Earth with their billions of dollars. So like Kathy Hilton is like a really good example. Telepathically, she said today, "Oh my God, I can't believe she still thinks I'm real." And it's like, okay, if you're not real, then go ahead and give away all of your billions of dollars, or give me all of your billions of dollars. Okay, Kathy? Because you're not real, right? So you don't rule the world, right? I rule the world because you're not real. So then go ahead and acknowledge me. Go ahead and say I'm the princess because I'm the real one, right? Go ahead and support me. They were supposed to give me a coming out party. Never happened. So what's your problem? Like, do you want to support me or do you not want to support me? If you're fake, then why do you need billions of dollars? It's a fake 3D matrix. Then why do you need billions of dollars if it's a fake money system, right? It's the same thing as saying that you're God And then I'm like, okay, you're God, then let's pile on a legion of demons in your room. And they're like, wait, wait, no, 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 wait, 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 wait. And it's like, well, you said you're God. You said you're God, right? You said you're fake. You're fake. You don't need any money. You don't need any money then, right, Kathy? You're fake. So what are you doing? Who are you talking to then? Do you need money or not? Are you real or are you fake? Um, and there's a lot of the fake Illuminati saying that kind of stuff right now. Oh, we're fake, Alyssa, we're fake. Okay, you're fake. So then why are you working in the 3D fake matrix if it's all fake and there's no one here, which another one said today. There's no one here. Then why are you acting like your 3D life is real in the first place? I don't understand the logic whatsoever. If it's a fake money system, we don't need it, right? So permission granted to get rid of the fake money system. You heard it here first, folks. I said that one already. White people pick a side. Sick of dealing with you. Dad said we're going to go up and down the husband line until one comes forward. Pretty sure Rion is exempt because of his latest career attempt. So, yeah. And that's why some of my husbands are going crazy because they're supposed to come forward and buy me a tennis bracelet. And that's another thing with the walk-ins. Oh, you're walking in and you're pulling me out? Why don't you prove it by walking in and giving me some fancy jewelry for my wrist, right? We talked about that, the tennis bracelets. You're walking in and out of my bedroom. Prove it. Prove your metaphysical. Prove your physical, non-physical, physical. Prove it. Where's my tennis bracelet? Prove it. I don't see any proof, you know? So, by the way, I am a walk-in and I have walked in and out multiple times, multiple people. So you're talking to the walk-in. I'm pretty sure I did say that. So nice to meet ya.